Dr. Ziegler, and our school board, every one of you, are complicit in these crimes against our children because you did nothing about it. Nothing. Rape, inappropriate touching, grooming, etc. And you do nothing except for move people around and wait for the next victim.
I just got to come out and say right out of the gate, this is infuriating. Okay? I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat, liberal, conservative. This is going way too far. Okay? Now we're starting to see some of the absolute horrific results of some of these left-leaning perverted policies. I know the title of this show is extremely graphic, but what's happening right now is extremely graphic. So I'm just going to come out right at the gate and just say what you're going to hear tonight is going to really piss you off because now they've been going after the children, but now it's out in the open, okay? It's out in the open. It's being covered up, allegedly. That's happening in Loudoun County right now. This story has been breaking, and blows my mind. It is absolutely infuriating. I know that the parents that have been opposing critical race theory in this county have been designated domestic terrorists because they're opposing it and because they're getting a little pissed off because of what this county is doing to their children. And with these new revelations, it makes sense. I completely see why these parents are pissed because their children are being sacrificed. Their children are being put in a position to be violated sexually. Okay, so I can see why parents are getting pissed. This shouldn't be a Republican or a Democrat issue. It literally shouldn't. This is not some Trump supporting thing. This is children. And I know the radical left doesn't care about children because they praise and they worship murdering babies in the womb, right? We know that. But this is beginning to be, this is way out of control. The reason why is because you don't have to be a liberal or a Democrat for your child to be a victim of this. You don't have to be a Republican or a conservative for your child in the public school system to be a victim of not only the incompetence. These people aren't incompetent. They know what's happening. That's why people are pissed. Cover-ups are taking place. Well, we're going to get into that tonight. My name is Drew Hernandez. Hopefully you're one of your favorite podcast hosts here on YouTube. You are now watching Drew Hernandez Live. We're starting a little bit early tonight. We're experimenting with different times. That's okay. So if you're watching the rebroadcast, that's why we started a little early today. We're going to experiment with different times here on the West Coast to see what fits best for us because my schedule is always changing. So I apologize for that, guys. I know people like consistency and the same thing over and over again, but we're in a season right now where we're going to switch it up a little bit. So make sure, guys, to share this transmission right now. We have over 55,000 subscribers, and it's really hard for us to get some traction on this channel, so we need you guys to beat the censors right now while I'm doing announcements. Make sure to copy the link, share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Gab, your Getter, whatever you use. Just get it out there. Send it to your family members. That is how we beat this stuff, guys. And also with that, because we're extremely demonetized, it's hard for us to monetize these videos. If you would like to support me, my work, and this show, we are supported by the people, we the people, that is you the people, every single one of you that are watching this. Right now, we do super chats. For some reason, last night they weren't working. But if you want to try again, we do a super chats. You can support me that way by doing a super chat right now in the middle of the show or at the end of the show. And if super chats don't work, guys, screw YouTube. The link is in the description below. You can use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. You can donate directly through my website, through those apps, and you can leave a message on the app, and I will read it on air like a super chat. Or go check out the merch store. The link is in the description below. Or for as low as $5 a month, join the DH Alliance on this channel to support me monthly, guys. Serious times. So please, please smash that like button, destroy that like button. Like I said, share the video, get it out there. That is how we beat the censors. So I hope you guys are well and ready for tonight's show because this is a problem. And for anybody coming in from my Twitter or my Instagram or whatever, people that are a little bit left-leaning and they like to troll my show and they like to troll things that I talk about, you know, I really want to communicate to you right now is that these policies, nobody is immune, nobody is invincible, nobody is safe from these types of things that begin to happen. Your children are not safe. You might think they're safe, But the fact of the matter is not only are these policies dangerous and they're going to get kids raped. That's what's happening. It's very graphic stuff we're going to talk about, okay? These policies are going to lead to children being violated. But what's pissing people off, I think, taking these parents over the edge, is how these counties, how these public school districts are not only trying to cover it up, but they act like the parents are wrong for being pissed. Is there anybody in this country, whether liberal or freaking conservative, Democrat or Republican, is there anybody in this country, okay, this is not political, this is moral, 100% moral. Is there anybody in this country that would stand by and be okay with their daughter being raped and this public school system trying to cover it up? I don't care what your politics are at this point. I just want to know in the comment section, would that piss you off? Drop a yes or a no in the comment section, because listen, it just blows my mind that these things are now beginning to unfold. And listen, I was watching this earlier, and you hear a lot in the video. You hear a lot of the parents, they're being accused of being domestic terrorists. The school board is reaching out to the DOJ, reaching out to the FBI, the Biden administration, requesting investigations because they're receiving death threats from these parents. Listen, I am not issuing a call to action, YouTube, but YouTube, if you can't understand why parents are getting pissed because the public school system is not only allowing their children to be raped, but attempting to cover it up, if you can't see why people are getting pissed over that, we are literally living in Romans chapter 1, total depravity, reprobate minds. This is exactly where we are. There's no morality anymore. At all. At all. And now these parents are being designated domestic terrorists because they're pissed off that kids are getting raped in the public school and the school boards are trying to hide it and cover it up. Allegedly. I'm pissed, you guys. This stuff really bothers me. This stuff really bothers me. It really pisses me off. And the reason why is because we're talking about children here. And yes, I know these are the same people that praise executing babies in the womb. I get it. So why would they care about kids outside of the womb? That's the point. They don't care at all. There's no morality. There's no holding them back. There's no moral code. And the public school system in Loudoun County is willfully knowing what's going on and trying to cover it up. All for the sake of a political agenda, because we don't want to threaten the trans kids. Oh my God. So you know what? We're just going to allow kids to get raped because it makes our political agenda look bad. I don't care what your politics are, dude. If that's the side you're on, wow. Unbelievable. I'm going to cover this. I know YouTube doesn't want this covered. There's already people in the comment section saying, be careful, be careful, be careful. They don't want you talking about, well, I got to talk about it because we can't keep allowing these people to silence us. If we can't stand for our children, if we can't unite as a country to defend our children, we don't have anything. Shame on every single one of us, whether Republican or Democrat. If we can't unite over defending our kids from being raped by predators, we have nothing. Nothing. If you guys agree with that, drop a 1 in the comment section below. So Drew, what the hell are you talking about? Well, if you haven't heard it by now, Loudoun County has a whole host of issues. The parents have been opposing CRT, critical race theory. They've been opposing the gender policies in the bathrooms and all of the over-sexualization in the curriculum through the children, concerned that the kids are going to be perverted because you have a young mind that can't discern sexuality and what things are taking place in the mind of an adolescent. The brain doesn't fully develop till you're about 24 to 26 years old. So why are children being indoctrinated with some serious political issues, some serious hypersexualization of the human anatomy? Why? Because these people don't care. It's all a political agenda, and there's probably a bunch of pedophiles and perverts in the school system that want this to happen. Like, Drew, I don't know, man. You're a little A little far out there. You sound like Alex Jones now. You're saying there's pedophiles everywhere. Oh my goodness. How much longer do we have to allow people to be victimized by pedophiles in Hollywood, the school system, the music industry? You freaking name it. Until people start waking the hell up. It's just a conspiracy theory, a conspiracy theory, a conspiracy theory, a conspiracy. No, it's not. Happened in the Catholic Church. Happens in the Christian church. I don't care where it happens. I don't care if there's pedophiles in the Christian, Catholic, religion, politics, education, mainstream media, music, movie, Hollywood. I don't care where it is. We will expose it, eradicate it immediately, lawfully. I'm pissed tonight, guys. Listen, I'm telling you, man, because you'll understand why I'm pissed. So here's the video. I'll give you guys the backstory first, after the video. But parents have found out that there has been a cover-up of a 14-year-old girl that was sodomized in a public school by a boy wearing a skirt in the bathroom, and the parent, the father, tried to go to a school board meeting publicly and address this, and he got a little passionate, got a little pissed. Wouldn't you understand why? And they arrested him and silenced him. Turns out that the school board knew about it. They knew about the little girl getting raped, and nobody's saying a thing about it. And even law enforcement corroborated that, yeah, these things happened, and he was at one school and we moved him to another. No serious no, nothing huge came of it. Didn't warn parents that there's a sexual predator in this public school. So parents are pissed. Very pissed. Take a look.
I signed up to speak today with the intention of questioning how this board was going to address the widespread learning loss that the pandemic has cast upon so many LCPS students, my son included. However, with the recent news regarding LCPS and sexual assaults at school, that topic needs to be addressed. How do you expect parents across this county to drop their children off at school and trust you all to keep them safe when you have shown on more than one occasion you are not up for the job? I am disgusted looking back at the school board meeting on the 22nd, knowing what I know now. The meeting was purposely stopped prior to Mr. Smith being able to address the board. Pictures of Mr. Smith were then circulated nationwide under a false narrative. You all know what happened in this room. I do too. Dr. Ziegler and Mrs. Jones then lied about the assaults happening at LCPS, and the entire board stayed silent. Every single one of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Yep. My hope for the families of the victims is true justice. It will not change what happened to their daughters, but it may stop it from happening again. I hope it does.
Unisex restrooms in our schools do not have to be a part of diversity and equity. This is not about inclusion, it's toxic activism. Yep. The 80-40 policy was rushed through to a vote without consideration for the safety of all students, simply to satisfy a political agenda. A policy that you knew full well could allow our children to be abused inside our schools. At least 2 young women are recent victims of sexual assaults in our high schools, one of those occurring in a restroom. Your moral compasses are busted. You, Dr. Ziegler, and our school board, every one of you, are complicit in these crimes against our children because you did nothing about it. Nothing. Rape, inappropriate touching, grooming, etc. And you do nothing except for move people around and wait for the next victim. No firing, no expulsions. You buried a rape prior to passing 80-40 so that your policy wouldn't be affected. And surprise, it happened again. And you did nothing. So tonight you should resign, every one of you.
Yep, every one of you.
Let's make a list of all the violent and sexual behavior in our Loudoun County schools in the last year. Fighting between girls, fighting between boys, blowjobs at Briar Woods, alcohol in the toilets, teachers posting sexual positions at Woodgrove, law enforcement reporting on sexual assaults and sodomy at Stonebridge, and now at Broad Run. Sexually explicit books describing a 10-year-old boy having fellatio with an adult man. Extremely violent and murderous books describing a black mother killing her daughter. Diversity books showing 2 young boys kissing on the covers. Books including abduction, torture, and rape, murals in a classroom about sexuality and preference, pride flags embedded in school logos on school walls, teachers bullying students into racial discussion at Freedom High School, teachers soliciting pronouns and gender identity, who turns you on painted with gender sexuality messages, who are terrorizing our children? Not the parents. Who is lying to us? Superintendent Ziegler. And
then they cut her off. So they do to the parents. They cut them off. What irritates me when you watch this stuff, and I feel for the parents when you watch this, is you see these people so smug, sitting in their little seats with their stupid masks on, as if the parents are the dumb ones for being pissed off that kids are being violated in public school systems. Oh, you stupid idiot. I'm the one in power. I'm not going to do anything about your child because I'm so arrogant, and you have to bow down to my authority, even your children, even if they're getting raped. And even if the kid gets raped, we're going to cover it up. You take the over-sexualization because that's what's relevant right now. That's what's needed, and that's what we need to do. That's literally the attitude these people have. They sit there with their smug, stupid little faces, hiding behind a mask because they're cowards, when the parents are sitting there fighting for the lives and the safety of their children. And they get designated domestic terrorists because they get pissed off that pedophiles are covering up for the kids getting raped. They should all resign immediately. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care what it is. If you cannot get behind defending a child from sexual abuse, shame on you. You should not be working in the public school system. You shouldn't be working near children whatsoever. I don't care if the rape is coming from a teacher. I don't care if the rape is coming from a child, a student. I don't care. Someone coming in from the school, getting into the bathroom. I don't care. I don't even care if the rape is coming from a transgender or a homosexual person. If it's a straight person and you people still cover this up, shame on you. I'm pissed, man, and shout out to the parents. I feel your pain. I feel your anger. This is 100% evil right out in the open. Right out in the open. Now, Drew, calm down. Calm down. You know, Drew, we gotta reason with the people. How much longer? How much longer do conservatives need to be calm and collected? And the parents are trying. They're going to these school board meetings. They're trying to be cordial. My goodness. They get silenced, they get cut off, they get called domestic terrorists because they're getting pissed off that the school board is covering up children getting raped. It's like, dude, it's like, oh, you're just overreacting. Just shut up, just sit down. Come on. They know what they're doing. That's not really. Okay, let's get into the story. Let's pull this up. Loudoun County father arrested at school board event says school tried to cover up daughter's bathroom assault. Before I read this, I'm telling you guys, this is really going to piss you off, okay? And I'm just giving a warning. This is very graphic content, but it needs to be said. A parent who was arrested during a June school board meeting in Loudoun County, Virginia, is accusing the district of trying to cover up an alleged bathroom sexual assault by a gender-fluid individual against his daughter in order to further its trans rights agenda. Scott Smith was found guilty of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest in August after he was filmed being dragged by police from the Loudoun County School Board meeting on June 22nd. He was sentenced to 10 days in jail, all suspended, contingent on a year of good behavior, Loudoun now reported at the time. Smith's image went viral among left-wingers as an example of parents run amok, and the National School Boards Association cited his arrest in a letter last week requesting the Department of Justice provide federal law enforcement to respond to an increase in violence against school officials across the country. Can you see why that would happen at this point? Because people's children are being raped and covered up? I'm not condoning violence, but I could see why parents are getting pissed. Attorney General Merrick Garland later pledged to have the Department of Justice and the FBI investigate harassment of school board members. Oh my gosh. Investigate them for covering up rapes of little girls. Now Smith says there's much more to his story, telling the Daily Wire that his behavior at the June 22nd meeting stemmed from an incident weeks earlier at his 9th grade daughter's school, Stonebridge High School in Ashburn, in which he said a boy wearing a skirt entered the girls' bathroom and assaulted his daughter on May 28th. We can confirm a May 28th, 2021 case that involved a thorough 2-month-long investigation that was conducted to determine the facts of the case prior to the arrest, the sheriff's office told Fox News. This case is still pending court proceedings. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office is not able to provide any documents that pertain to a pending case. The sheriff's office confirmed that the case involved sexual assault. All juvenile records are sealed, but Smith's attorney, Elizabeth Lancaster, told the Daily Wire that the boy was subsequently charged with 2 counts of forcible sodomy, 1 count of anal sodomy, and 1 count of forcible fellatio. That's oral sex, oral rape, that's what that is. 2 counts of forcible sodomy and 1 count of anal sodomy and 1 count of forcible fellatio. A Breitbart reported the same thing, but they also added that the father claimed the boy was wearing a skirt and had entered the girls' bathroom at the high school and sexually assaulted his 9th grade daughter. So was he actually trans or pretending to be? You see how this gets manipulated and taken advantage of if there's a sexual predator in a public school? I don't care if the kid's freaking 16, 14 years old. I don't give a damn. Rapists should be castrated. Quote me on that. Leave it up. No, was that up? Did you leave that up? Did they see this? Okay. In response to a public records request by the Daily Wire, the Loudoun County Sheriffs confirmed that a May 28th report with offense forcible sodomy and sexual battery at Stonebridge High School does exist. The suspect was arrested 2 months later following an investigation by the sheriff's office. Listen, I don't care if this person is trans. If this was a straight person and the county still covered this up, it would piss me off. But are these policies of opening up the bathrooms to anybody encouraging this? Oh, you better believe it. You think a rapist or some high school kid that's addicted to pornography, watching all kinds of hardcore porn, isn't going to take advantage of this kind of policy? Oh, hey, I can go into the bathroom with other girls and just claim to be a girl and just rape her and sodomize her anally? Oh, we live in a world where the radical left just acts like that can't happen. Smith told the outlet that he flew into a rage, wouldn't you? At the meeting after Ziegler's comments and after a local progressive activist said she did not believe his daughter's story. Oh, because Me Too and Believe All Women doesn't apply to a 9th grader that was sodomized by someone in a public bathroom at a public school. Here's a quote. If someone would have sat and listened for 30 seconds to what Scott had to say, they would have been mortified and heartbroken. But they silenced him because they knew what he was about to say. Lancaster Smith's attorney told the Daily Wire. On August 11th, nearly 2 months after Smith's arrest, the school board voted to approve its trans right policy, which requires teachers to call students by the pronouns they identify with and requires bathroom renovations in order to make them more private. Smith said he received a letter before the vote informing him he was banned from the school board meeting. Oh, I wonder why. Because he's got a story that could destroy this policy that they're putting forward. So they silence him, even if it's his 9th grade daughter that got sodomized in a unisex bathroom. Ugh, I can't explain to you guys. Then on October 6th, the sheriff's office said a 15-year-old boy was charged with sexual battery and abduction of a fellow student at another high school, Broad Run High School in Ashburn. In an October 7th press release, the sheriff's office said the suspect forced a female victim into an empty classroom where he held her against her will and inappropriately touched her. He raped her, molested her. The outlet, citing a government official, reported that the boy accused in the Broad Run case had the same name as the student who allegedly assaulted Smith's daughter just a few months before. So the county is just moving the kid around. It's like what the Catholic Church did with the pedophile priests. They didn't sit them out and ban them from the church for being pedophiles. They just moved them around. This is sickening. This is sickening. Absolutely sickening. Lancaster, Smith's attorney, also told the outlet the suspect in the October 6th incident was the same boy who allegedly attacked Smith's daughter. I don't care how old this kid is. I don't care if he's straight. I don't care if he's trans. I don't care. He's a rapist. Lancaster did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment, of course. Rosiak reported in a tweet thread that the school district had quietly transferred the boy to Broad Run High School after the alleged May 28th incident at Stonebridge. It is unclear whether any disciplinary action was taken against him. Obviously not. They just moved him to another school. Didn't warn anybody. Oh, to protect him. Protect the rapist, because he's the victim here. The rapist is the victim here, not the women, the little girls that he sodomized and molested. And the school board knows about this. They know. Smith's wife, Jess, said prosecutors told her the suspect's court date had been postponed from this Thursday to October 25th in order to handle both cases together. It has been so hard to keep my mouth shut and wait this out. It has been the most powerless thing I've ever been through, Scott Smith told the Daily Wire. I don't care if he's a homosexual, heterosexual, bisexual, transsexual, he's a sexual predator. Boom, there it is. Yep. That's exactly what I said. The parents did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment. Let's take this down. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Notice how the school board cries woof to the DOJ and the FBI, to the Biden administration. Oh, we need your help because parents are domestic terrorists. We're getting threats. Gee, I wonder why. I'm not advocating for violence on this platform. I'm not calling for violence on this platform. I am just saying I can understand why parents in Loudoun County are pissed off at this freaking ridiculous school board for willfully attempting to cover up a little girl being sodomized against her will, and a couple months later, another girl being raped against her will, molested against her will by the same person. That should have never happened. You see? It should have been literally dealt with and eradicated right at the first one. But they tried to cover it up, like the Catholic Church, the pedophile priests. What do? They don't get rid of them. They don't warn the congregations. They just send them to another one in a different state, sometimes a different country. And then they build an entire new base of victims. And they just go from church to church to church. That's confirmed. That's already been exposed. This is exactly what the school board did to cover up their own political agenda. Their trans unisex bathrooms, all that garbage, right? They're about to push forward that. And when the father was about to go speak up for his ninth grade daughter, high school daughter, that she was raped, sodomized in a unisex bathroom, he gets silenced. He's too aggressive. Get him out of here. They knew about it. They knew that that would be something that could kill that policy from going forward. So they decided to bury it and sacrifice a ninth grade girl that got sodomized. And not only that, did they warn the other school? Hey, this kid just raped a little girl in a unisex bathroom. He's a sexual predator. Did they warn the other high school that this kid is coming? To warn the kids, warn the community, warn the parents, warn the teachers? No, they didn't. So what did that lead to? Another girl being raped, molested against her will. This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Yeah, the dad was arrested for being disorderly because he was infuriated. Wouldn't you be? And he got silenced. They didn't let him speak. The reason why they arrested him allegedly is because they knew what he was about to say. And he was triggered, the father was triggered because of the comments coming from the school board individuals that weren't believing any of them. And one of the political activists, leftist school board members came out and said, I don't believe your daughter, or we don't believe any of these accusations coming from these parents. Sent him through the roof. So they silenced him. They arrested him. They made him to look like the bad guy. They make the parent look like the domestic terrorist for standing up for their child, for being concerned that children are being raped in these unisex bathrooms. They silence them, they slander them, they paint them to be domestic terrorists when they have every right to be enraged about a ninth grade little girl being raped in a unisex bathroom. They have every right to be enraged to know that this board in Loudoun County, this district, knew about it, didn't warn the next school, and just transferred the kid to the next school and so he can repeat. These parents have every single right within their fiber of their being to be infuriated right now. Oh, but the Biden administration gets behind, the DOJ gets behind the school board. Oh, the school board, they're the victims. They're the victims. Oh, there's too many pissed off parents. Oh, the parents are so mad. Oh, they don't deserve this. The parents are domestic terrorists. The school board's the victim. Not the ninth grade girl, and not the girl that got raped at the other school by the same person. Nope. The abusers get covered, the abusers get protected, the enablers get protected, but the victims, they get demonized. That is why people are pissed. These policies are leading to more and more and more and more turmoil, more immorality. The further and further we go. I feel for the parents, man. This is why we need to protect our children from these people. This is why we need to protect our children from these people in the public school system. There are pedophiles, there are rapists, there are pedophile enablers, there are rapist enablers. Just because it's coming from a student doesn't mean it shouldn't be dealt with accordingly. You don't just take a rapist in a school and just, oh, your consequences, we got to send you to another school. And to make matters worse, we're not even going to warn anyone at that school. I don't know what this kid's sex, gender, race is. That doesn't matter to me. Rapist is a rapist and should be dealt with accordingly. I'm telling you, man, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, like I said at the beginning of this stream, these people don't give a damn about you or your children. Protect your kids. These people are not looking out for you. Because if something bad happens to your child that goes against their political agenda, your child gets silenced. And if you stand up and speak out for yourself and get pissed off in a board meeting, you get arrested. Because you're enraged. and you get painted to be a domestic terrorist by the federal government. How dare you get enraged that your 9th grade daughter is a victim of policies that led to her rape? How dare you be enraged? You get mad, you're a domestic terrorist, and you're going to be silenced by the DOJ and the FBI. It's a disgrace. It's literally a disgrace. I really don't care what this kid's sexuality is. I don't care what his race is. I don't give a damn. A rapist is a rapist. And I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I can see why the parents are pissed. But hey guys, the 16-year-old girl in Wyoming who doesn't want to wear a face mask, she gets suspended and arrested and removed from the school because the police officer says she's a threat. This is what I'm talking about. Why is a 16-year-old girl in Wyoming that refuses to wear a face mask a threat, gets suspended, gets arrested, and put in handcuffs on the spot? But some kid that rapes a 9th grader in a unisex bathroom in Loudoun County gets nothing but transferred to another school? And nobody even warns that school that this guy's a sexual predator? Up is down, down is up, right is wrong, and wrong is right. Total depravity, ladies and gentlemen. That is where we are. No ability to discern, no ability to see right from wrong. No moral compass. The conscience is seared. And what's dangerous about this, it's in our politics, it's in our leaders, it's in our culture, it's in our music, it's in our movies, it's in our education and their leaders. This is why these people are dangerous. They have no morality. None. I know I'm being loud, man, but I just, I saw this. I saw this, man. And people are saying, you're just preaching to the choir. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep saying what needs to be said, even on a platform like this. What am I supposed to do? Just shut up and not report on this? Makes no sense. We have to. If you guys agree that this is despicable, that this is literally despicable, drop a 1 in the comment section below. I mean, if anybody out there, I'm going to say this publicly, anybody from Loudoun County, any of these parents that want to talk, that get your story out there. I work for Real America's Voice. We do stuff on the network. We do interviews. They'll send me out there to interview you literally live on the network. Hit me up, DM me on Twitter, on Instagram, because dude, this is just like next level, bro. This is next level. And I just don't understand. I don't understand, man. This is all about morality, dude. There is no morality anymore. When you have no sense of morality, listen, that is a cocktail of mayhem. The radical left doesn't believe in absolute truth anymore. You can believe in your truth. Anything can be true. That's what these people have taught an entire generation. And then when you remove right or wrong from them, you can do whatever you want in a society. It is a cocktail of disaster. You're going to get this rape, murder, all of the above. The most sinister part about this, you guys, is that the county knew, the school board knew. But for the sake of a political agenda, they didn't cover this up because they wanted to protect the kid. They covered it up because they were protecting their political agenda that was about to be pushed in. Parents, teachers have to identify the children based on their pronouns, and we're going to make unisex bathrooms. That was about to be upheld. It was. But they tried to suppress a 9th grade little girl being sodomized for the sake of a political agenda. No morality. I don't care if you're a Democrat, bro. This is going to hurt you someday. Immorality is not biased. Immorality doesn't have a political bias. How do I know? You think that teenager walked in that bathroom and was like, she's a conservative, I'm going to rape her? Do you think that kid walked in that bathroom and was like, leftist, I'm not going to rape this girl, she's a leftist? No. What do you think a rapist is thinking about? I want to rape this person so I can sexually please myself. There is no political bias when it comes to this. That's why there's nobody that's safe from anyone that is void of morality. Lastly, I just want to say I feel for the parents. I'm with you. I feel your pain. I feel your anger. You have every right to be enraged. Every right to be righteously enraged. And you talk about the Bible and you talk about righteous indignation, righteous wrath, righteous anger. This is the appropriate time. Because innocence is not only being violated, it's being suppressed for the sake of an evil agenda. So anyways. All right, guys. Well, let's do some super chats. If you guys agree with anything I just said, drop a 1 in the comment section below or drop a super chat right now. If the super chats work, praise God. But if not, you guys can use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. The link is in the description. You could write a little memo on there, and I'll read it out loud as a super chat, and I'll cite your name on there. So if you guys would like to support me, like I said, we're extremely shadow banned, extremely deboosted, throttled here on this channel. It's hard for us to get traction. So all of these proceeds, if you give a one-time donation or a super chat, they go directly to my own personal projects. If I travel or I go cover something on my own. So if you guys would like to support me, that is how you could do so. Like I said, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, the link is in the description, or go cop a t-shirt in the merchandise store. The link is in the description, or join the DH Alliance for as low as $5 a month. So yes, thank you guys. Like I said, you guys can do that. Okay, I think we have a couple here, and we have some on PayPal. So we're going to start doing some super chats, guys. Whatever you guys want to ask me, if it's related to this or whatever, let's do that now. So it looks like some super chats are working. For some reason, they weren't working yesterday, and I don't know why, man. YouTube is YouTube, and it is what it is. So let me get to this real fast. All right. All right, we have a super chat from John Soprick, a $5 super chat. We salute you. John Soprick says, God bless you, brother. Get the word out there. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you. We cannot be silent on these issues. We cannot be silent. This is not political anymore. This is not left. This is not right. Obviously, the majority of the evil is coming from the American left right now. They praise killing babies in the womb. But now they try and cover up ninth graders getting sodomized in high school for the sake of their political agenda not being tarnished or damaged. If we can't unite over this, God help us. If we can't unite over this, God help us. We have another super chat from Presday34. Presda34 with the $5 super chat. We salute you. Presda34 says, we live in an age where it is more important to appear like a good person instead of being one. Yes, dude, that is so spot on, dude. These people are so virtuous, aren't they? They virtue signal any chance they get. They're more self-righteous than some legalistic churches that I've been around. You say the wrong thing, canceled, no forgiveness. You live the wrong way, canceled, no forgiveness. Climate change, veganism with some people that on the radical left that take it way overboard. You eat the wrong thing, your carbon footprint is way too big, canceled, no forgiveness. These people just want to look so amazing on the outside. Oh, we look good. We sound good. We're the social justice warriors. We're the ones that are on the right side of history. We're the ones of progress that are actually doing what's necessary for the greater of humanity. It's us, all on the outside. But you look behind. Rotten. Rotten. The tree may look good, but it's got rotten roots. Literally. And that's on both sides. And that's exactly what you see with these people. They try to look so amazing on the outside. But, now we're getting to the point where I don't even think they care anymore. They don't care. You want to know why they don't care? Because they have no sense of right or wrong. And since they have no code of morality, to them it doesn't matter. They don't believe in truth. So there's no morality if there's no truth. What's right? What's wrong? What's true about that? Nothing. So do whatever you want. Oh, we don't believe in truth, so hey, whatever. If a 9th grader gets sodomized in a public school unisex bathroom, we could just cover it up because that's our truth. You're saying, Drew, what's your point there? My point is this. My point is when we're void of morality, anything goes. And now it's out in the open. And the problem with this is we live in a generation where millions of people accept it. That's what's wrong. And that's why I think they're getting bold and they're just coming out. And they're doing it out in the open. Because if the American left comes out and says, okay, okay, we believe, yeah, sure, whatever, your truth matters. We're not going to say anything against you. Anything goes. Hive mind is what I call it. It's the hive mind. Loudoun County, we already looked it up. This is not in London. This is Loudoun County in the United States of America. I believe Virginia, I want to say. We have another super chat. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me refresh this. Sorry, guys. We have another super chat from Derek Ortega. We salute you, Derek, with the $10 super chat. Derek, thank you so much for the support. Truly appreciate it, man. Derek says, Drew, you're one of my heroes out there, keeping us informed with information. I'm a journalist major at CSUN, and I want to learn a lot more from you. I'm a Latino conservative. Hope to meet you one day. Man, I'd love to help you. But, I just do my thing. I never went to school for any of this stuff. I just, by God's grace, I'm somehow here. I'm not saying school's bad. I'm just saying, for me, I could, help out with what I know and things that have worked for me. But I think the best advice I could give anybody in media is speak the truth, tell the truth, report on the truth, and just let the story tell itself, because that's what people want right now. Don't come in with a political agenda. Don't come in with how you want it to look or how you want to present it. Don't come in with any of that. Because people respect you more if they know that you're just simply informing them. So if you keep that spirit in all of your journalism, whether you're writing blogs or whether you're doing stand-ins, you're on camera like me on a network, or you're out there running around covering protests and doing video or photographic journalism, whatever you're doing, man. You speak the truth, you show the truth, and that is always going to be vital and important, because there's always going to be people out there that say, what happened? I just want to know what happened. And especially in the era of fake news right now. Because if you shine a light in a dark place right now in this generation of lies, darkness, and fake news, you know what's going to happen? You're going to shine. So I always encourage people that want to get involved in media or journalism, man, that is the most effective thing you could do right now. But hey, I will say, there's consequences that come from that. You get shadow banned, deboosted, slandered. Listen, I'm Hispanic, bro, and I get called a white supremacist, all kinds of garbage. I'm not afraid, though. But I tell people that want to get into this game, be prepared, man, because it's a noble thing to be like, I'm going to be a truth seeker and speaker in an era of fake news and darkness. But the darkness retaliates. And I'll tell you, these people look for my family. Antifa tries to find where I live. It's dark, man. It's darkness. So count the cost. Count the cost is what I'm trying to say. Count the cost. Alrighty, guys, we have another $10 donation on PayPal. Like I said, if you guys don't want a super chat, you can use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. And you could write a memo through the app. The link is in the description through my website. So if you guys want to do it that way, I do super chats that way too. So I don't know if other YouTubers do, but I do. So $10 donation from Rachel Webster. Rachel says, would you ever consider calling call-in streams? I've thought about it. I would love to do that, actually, where after your coverage, you allow people to call in on Zoom or something, maybe 5 minutes each or longer if good convo, maybe like once a week. Totally your call, but I think all of us would love it. I think that would be cool, Rachel. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and it could just get tricky. It could get tricky because if you get someone in here, it could maybe get you banned. That could be problematic. But I think it's a great idea. I would love to do something like that. So thank you, Rachel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the idea. It's something that I want to do. Trust me, it's something that I want to do. I think that'd be cool. I love talking to people like those old school Alex Jones days. He still does it, but you know, like those famous Alex Jones call-ins. You just get crazy people. I would love that too. I don't mind if like leftists call in. I'm just like going back. I do that for a living. I debate leftists for a living, literally on a network, on a TV network, internet TV. So it'd be fun. Okay, we have another donation through Cash App. Super chat through Cash App right now from Lola TX. I don't know if that's Lola, Texas, but a frequent donor of mine. Thank you, Lola, for the $10 donation. Lola says $10 for you for speaking out, or for keeping to speak out, or for keeping up speaking out. Finally got to catch you live. Yes, I'm hoping 3 o'clock is a little bit better. It looks like we have a little bit more of a viewership at 3 Pacific time. That's 6 Eastern. I know 7 was a little late for people, so we're experimenting. But Lola TX, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Glad you finally got to catch up live. But we will always speak out on this channel because that's what we got to do. Never stop. Never give in. Never cave in. We got to keep it up. So thank you guys so much for the support, man. Like I said, the darkness tries to suppress the light. That's why this channel is so destroyed. But man, there's so many times I want to give up. And for those that want to get involved in media or journalism, man, there's going to be so many times you're going to want to give up, dude. So many times that you're going to want to throw in the towel. Like, man, these people are just, they're too crazy. I'm outnumbered. But by God's grace, we could do anything. So thank you guys very much. Okay, we have another super chat. Let me refresh this. Sorry, guys. We have another super chat. Hold on. Oops. Another super chat from Football 21 for Life. I'm assuming F-Ball. Football 21 for Life with the $5 super chat. Hey, we salute ya. Says, Drew, as a county employee in Arlington County, VA, the police are not allowed in the schools. That's a red flag in itself. I believe you're referring to the young, was she 16 years old? The girl that got arrested? Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm not quite too sure how that all unfolded. I think the father was arrested at a school board meeting. So yeah, I'd have to look more into that, with what you're referencing to, but thank you so much for the support. But it is a red flag. I mean, for me, the most ridiculous thing is watching a 16-year-old girl be accused of being too much of a threat in her high school because she refuses to wear a face mask. But a kid that rapes a 9th grader in a unisex bathroom isn't a criminal. Just gets to go to another school. Oh, but if you don't wear a face mask, criminal, arrested. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate it, man. We are so destroyed on this channel. So without you guys, man, we wouldn't really be able to survive. Like I said, thank you guys for the donations on PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. The link is in the description below, and also the super chats. I truly, truly do appreciate it more than you guys know. And, you know, the last thing I'll say is, you know, parents, You got to be vigilant, man. You cannot think. Listen, I don't even care if they're conservatives. You have to be vigilant to protect your children. People will use kids for political gain. People will use children for political agendas and their purposes, and even to cause their own political career to thrive. Some of these people that are on school boards, they're being prepped to run for mayor or run for Senate in another state. That's what they get tested at these lower levels. So a lot of the times these people don't really care about your children, man. They just use them for political gain and for political purposes. So protect your kids, especially from things like this, man. Especially from things like this. It's truly a disgrace. It really is. So like I said, if there's anybody from Loudoun County, contact me on Twitter, DM me, or on Instagram. I would love to talk to you. The network that I'm a part of, they will literally send me down there to cover this stuff. So if anybody's interested or knows anybody down there that would like to talk, send them my information because I would love to talk to them immediately. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. It looks like we might change the time to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do the show. My schedule is crazy, so I'm sorry, guys, for the lack of consistency. I do my best to at least get on live, but it's looking like 3 p.m. works a little better for us. It seems like there's more people on YouTube at that time. So make sure to share this video far and wide, wherever you could post a link, guys, wherever you can, on Twitter, on Getter, on Parler, Facebook, wherever a link can be posted. Get this information out, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. People were messaging me yesterday saying, hey, man, I was unsubbed from your channel. I had to resub, so make sure to do it now and hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection because I write little messages on the community section on this channel. You will not get them if you at least try, in theory, to hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection. So that is how you guys can keep up with me. Like I said, you can drop a one-time donation on my website. The link is in the description. If you're listening to the rebroadcast and you love what you heard tonight, guys, thank you so much for supporting me. We have one more super chat from Alex Gray for the $5 super chat. Hey, friend, Dad says use this for Oreos. Hit me up next time you guys are in Florida, Tampa area. What's up, Alex? A good friend of mine from a few years ago. Tell your dad I said hello and I miss you guys very much. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification. Like I said, the only way to beat the throttle and beat the deboosting it is you guys. You guys have to share this stuff. So share this stuff far and wide wherever you can, guys. Follow me on all of my socials to keep up with me. The link is in the description below. And I'm thinking I might go live tomorrow at the same time at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys very much. Protect your children, okay? Protect your children. I don't care what your politics are. Protect the children. Protect the children. Protect the children. Protect the children. I'm going to make a t-shirt. Not because I want to make money, but because that should always be the message, regardless of your politics. Protect the children. That's the message on my heart tonight. Love you guys. See you guys later. And until next time, America, stay free.